What's up YouTube? Welcome to the very first episode of DIY with Ash. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're building a wall. Right, so the plan is we've got an open plan, a front living room, reception rooms kind of thing, and we're going to split it into two. So here, where this gap is, I'm going to build a stud partition wall. So first things first, I guess we're going to need some wood and some screws. They've got it at Selco. That's where the trade go. Hopefully got it. Bingo. Try and find straight bits of wood. This isn't it. It's like a banana. I think someone's stealing your car. Can you fit 3 meter lengths of wood in a sport brake? I reckon so. Let's tilt the seat back and fold the seat down. So he wasn't stealing it. It turns out that you got to press unlock and then start the engine within, like, I don't know, 5 seconds or the alarm just goes off. Ronda Motor Company, you might want to have a look at that. See you, little buddy. I wouldn't even consider that a challenge. Okay, the car is now full of wood. Well, it's not full by no stretch of the means. My way of the means. It's not full. Let's not forget, folks, it's 20 mile an hour in Cardiff now, so what would have been a 10-minute trip has actually taken 3 days. Now, you may have noticed, if I build a wall there, I won't be able to get out because, well, I could climb out the window, I suppose. And that's, this is a shower room. This was a cool little project of mine, actually, because it involved making a custom triangular shower base. I wish I filmed that, but I didn't. That was fantastic fun, that was. So I don't have a choice but to put a doorway in this wall. Now, I actually built that wall a few years ago. When I built it, I put a doorway gap in it. I'm going to move that out of the way and then smash a hole through the wall.
Down the street with your red lips and funky beat, you better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
Okay, let's get on with this. So, I've got this skirting board in the way and I want my new wall to line up with the edge of this wall. So, what I'm going to do is take the width of a plasterboard and the width of the CLS, the wood, and measure it and cut this with the multi-tool in the right place. And the same at the other end. Now that's done, I need to pull the carpet back and out of the way. Now I need to cut the underlay back so that it's not in my way, and I'm going to cut this piece of CLS to the right length. Now we need to attach that bottom piece of wood to the floor. Now what I'm going to use is rule plugs and screws. So here we go, got some rule plugs. I know they're supposed to go into walls, but these are going to the floor. It's a concrete floor below this. It doesn't really matter what I use as long as it secures the wall and stops it from moving, I guess. Don't forget, this is not a how-to, this is me building a stud wall. And I know there's going to be loads of, it's not to regulations, man. I don't care. This is a stud wall that I'm building to separate 2 rooms. It's not structural, it's not important, so yeah. So I've effectively marked the floor below by drilling through this piece of wood in 4 places. As you can see, now I need to drill into the concrete floor. For this I shall be using Big Bertha. Tappy tappy, 3-inch screws. Toiga. And there we have the bottom bit of the wall. Now we just put the top bit on. I'm going to drill pilot holes through this so that it pulls this tight to the frame. Like so. I've put 4 in, should be enough. Now I'm going to repeat that process for the side ones. You might find that you cut it a little bit long sometimes, so all you need is a persuader. And then you just persuade it into position. Just like that. Right, so now our outside frame is done. I'm going to put the studs in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be 6. So these have to be 400mm apart. What I'm going to do is with me trusty tape measure, go to the center line of that stud, and then measure 400mm. Mark it on there, and I'm then going to do etc, etc, etc to the end. Now obviously inevitably the one at that end is going to be not quite 400mm. We'll see how we get on when we get there. So the final one at this end actually ended up being 320mm, but that's okay. There we have it. I've made jail. I haven't screwed them in yet, so the screws are going to go in at an angle, 2 in each piece, to stop them from moving and twisting, and same at the bottom. Obviously with that we need to make sure that they are level, and that's pretty good. Now we need to cut what are called noggins, and they go between the studs. Bit of health and safety advice. I strongly advise you wear gloves and safety glasses, because I now have a splinter in my little finger that I can't get out, and so much crap in my eyes that I can barely see. Also, when using power tools, use some ear defenders. Yep. And there we have our stud wall with noggins. So tomorrow we'll get some plasterboard and we'll make it look all nice and smooth. Why is the camera blurry? The case fell off the back of my phone earlier. Well, I say it fell off, I dropped it and it smashed off. Right, see you tomorrow. Back in Selco, got a little helper today. She thinks she's the boss.
I'm not a helper, I am the boss.
Next challenge for the sport break.
Magic.
Apparently, Kate tells me she's scrammed a board. Not a word. Anyway, easy. Not even a challenge. Can fit loads more in there. This bit's the easy bit. We just get the plasterboard and some screws, bang, 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 and then the wall's finished. For this, we will use these screws. They are plasterboard screws, or drywall screws. Before we put any more screws in, I need to cut this to length. For this, you will need pencil, spray level, knife. One one swift judo chop. When putting the screws in, you want the head to be sunk in just a little bit, not like that. So there we have it. The main studwork and plasterboarding, drywalling is done. Now we need to do the other side. So we need a bit of sound insulation. So I've actually come to Wix because they were half the price of Salco for the stuff that we like to use, which is rock wool. It's always best to bounce the prices of these things off of the companies, you know, like Wix, B&Q, Salco, whoever. Let's bring it in from the car. Now this stuff is nasty. It's basically fiberglass. You need eye protection, hand protection, mouth protection, so respirator, dust mask, etc. All the health and safety gear. Ironically, sound insulation isn't very noisy, so you don't need the ear defenders. Ha! Ta-da! So now, I'm going to put the plasterboard up just like we did on the other side. And then, boom, it'll be done. Then you need to go over all the joints with this self-adhesive plasterboard joint tape. And then it's the easiest bit. All you have to do is phone a plasterer and get them to finish off the wall. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers!